Namaste, everyone.
Good evening, Daaji. Pranam, how are you?
We have Abhyasis from West Bengal and Bihar
And Odisha.
and Odisha. Okay.
Yes, Daaji. So we'll start off with some updates from West Bengal first. Should
Who is
we?
starting?
Yes. Daji, in the meantime, I'll also introduce a few special guests. From Bihar, श्री SK सिंह जी, उन्होंने खुद ध्यान काफ़ी करवाया है कम से कम 300 जवानों को जो NDRF में काम करते हैं, और वो सैटरडे को भी फॉलो अप सेशंस रखते हैं, तो काफ़ी लोग इसकी वजह से हार्टफुलनेस से जुड़ रहे हैं। श्री आफ्ताब आलम जी, उन्होंने भी कम से कम लगभग 200 स्टूडेंट्स के साथ वो रोज़ ध्यान करते हैं, और उनका लक्ष्य है कि वो एक हार्टफुलनेस ट्रेनर बन जाएं और हज़ारों युवाओं तक ये हार्टफुलनेस का जो अनुभव है वो पहुंचा पाएं। और श्री अरविंद कुमार जी, वो BIPARND के ट्रेनिंग सेशंस भी कराते हैं बिहार में सारे सरकारी कर्मचारियों को। तो ये 3 जने हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं और काफ़ी उन्होंने बिहार में हार्टफुलनेस को सपोर्ट किया है।
Very nice. If they are interested in becoming the trainer, make sure they come here, stay with me for 1 week.
Sure.
Okay.
Please start your update, West Bengal. Thank you.
Thank you for always being with us, Daaji.
Thank you.
For the report, we have made a small presentation, which we will share it, but I'll just tell you what all is happening in West Bengal. Daaji, West Bengal, of all the districts, except for Murshidabad, we have been managed to have our footprint, whether it is the 3 ashrams we have, or centers, or hotspots. We have been able to be present in all the districts today. Little bit of problem, a setback in Noida, but rest, all the places we are doing gradually. We are increasing our centers and our newer buses are joining quite regularly. Raji, about the 3 ashrams, Kolkata, Siliguri, and Kharagpur, we are, for the existing Abhyasis, we are having regular programs Abhyas, and for new and prospective Abhyasis, we are having regular outreach program. Siliguri Ashram, as you know, has been renovated, and we are welcoming you to Siliguri. And we are promised stay at Daaji for some rest and visiting Sister Nivedita's Samadhi. You are welcome, Daaji. Siliguri, like you said, with our limited resources, we are focused in one district, and that is Siliguri for this year. We are having a lot of programs in Siliguri for existing our own Abhyasi and for outreach program. Now, Raji, about the various verticals we have, the connects. Previously, the connect we had, Raji, it used to be Calcutta centric, but luckily now we have been able to spread all across the state in different districts. We have connect teams in different districts, and as a result, school connect, university, college, we have been able to penetrate in many places. And this year, the SE event, we have really achieved at least 5,000 new. This time we have who have participated. And even Bengali, we never used to get many essays, but this time we have got more than quite a few, huge number of Bengali essays we have been able to collect this time. And about the other vertical journey, we have been able to go to various universities like Jadavpur Presidency, and even Vishwabharati in Vipur. Although we have not been able to sign MOU with IIT, we have been able to do certain programs in the different departments. About the other vertical, the G-Connect, Daaji, the government departments, we are doing quite well. We are regularly having programs with RPF, BSF, even the Army, Air Force, and the Coast Guard. LIC, we are having regular programs, and that is how G Connect, and we have more in our coming time. We have more programs to be conducted. For even for Campus Connect, like I told you, new university, we have been able to. We have been going to new universities, doing our programs and studying Heartfulness. Brighter Minds and Yogasana. Brighter Minds we have been regularly doing now, basically in Siliguri, Kharagpur and Kolkata. But we would like to spread it, and if structure where we can spread it amongst the masses can be shared, then definitely we can go much ahead in this. Hitopodesh, which is a new vertical, Daaji, we are doing quite well. We have already started in different locations and different, we have got trainers and new people are also joining, new businesses joining regularly. So this is also doing okay. And a decentralized one-day program, we did in Kolkata. It was a success. Plus one day, 850 people did this program, joined this festival, and a lot of people have joined from this initiative. And this is the basic what is growing here, Daaji. And I'm sure this gives you a picture of what is happening in West Bengal. And with your blessings, I'm sure we'll do even better. Thank you, Daaji.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that update. We also have a similar short update from Odisha, Daaji, so we'll just hear that first.
इसको बंद करना साउंड मेरा.
Pranam Daaji. I am making this presentation on behalf of our RF. This slide is showing Heartfulness footprint in Odisha. Daaji, we have 30 districts in Odisha, and we have our footprint in 20 districts. In each district is shown, say 3 by 6, means there are 3 subsection centers and 6 preceptors, that is in ongoing. Like this, we are showing in Odisha, we have 30 subsection centers in 20 districts, and there are 51 preceptors. That you know, in 10 districts we do not have any footprint. And but in recent time we have created some 7 new Heartful subsection centers, and in last 1 year. And one of the subsection center in Puri, this year 8 Abhyasis from that center participated in the September celebration in our birthday. They will show the next one. Next one, these are the list of activities we have conducted in last few years. Daaji, we have conducted Heartful Campus Leadership Conclave in 2 universities. One is MSB, that is Maharaja Sri Ramchandra Bhanja University in Baripada, and Fakir Mohan University in Baleshwar. In IIT, the Abhyasis have made a workshop, Power of
Tell
Leadership.
him to, you don't need to read the whole thing. I can see the whole thing. You continue. Go to the next slide.
Okay, thank you, Dad.
Thank you.
This next slide is about some effort we have taken in translation and mission literature in Odia. And designing destiny is completed. It is a print ready form. The heartfulness way is in progress. Means complete. Translation is complete. DTP will be. And the next books in line with the simple heartfulness practice really get done. Efficacy in about a year's time it will come. This is the presentation from Odisha. Thank you very much for listening to us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Great. Daaji, we'll have West Bengal send over and email their presentation to you. So we'll just jump right into the questions now. We have one from Kharagpur Center. So if we can just unmute them and we can go into the questions.
Pranam Daji. My question is, you have told us in so many messages to become Sharnagat. And most Abhyasis also want to have full Shraddha and intent to surrender. What is this interplay of Sharanagati and 11 cycles of ego? Does the ego sublimate slowly, stage by stage, and how? Even the description in spiritual anatomy and towards infinity speak about nothingness. How to differentiate between the nothingness of the various chakras?
Thank you. It's it's a brilliant question, and I do appreciate the multiple questions and multiple layers here. First is Saranagati, second is 11 circles of ego, third is talking about nothingness and how nothingness is related to unfolding of chakras. All these three things, ego, Saranagati, and nothingness, they're very well connected. In the absence of ego, there cannot be anything. There can only be nothingness, if you look at it from that perspective. And when you say the idea of Saranagati, when you talk about that, I have to first understand, to whom am I surrendering? And why am I surrendering? Let us not ponder more on why, but let's see in whom or towards whom am I having Saranagati. Before I can fully submit myself to anyone, even simple things like marriage. I say simple thing, but it's really complicated. But even there, some level of surrender is required, no? And before you can fully trust the other person, your experiences will teach you, it will tell you whether I can trust this person or not. In relationship, often, even few experiences here and there, they tell you, I can live with this person, but I cannot surrender, I cannot trust. It's easy to put through someone in a relationship, but to mature it, allow it to mature and become that kind of, or create some sort of a oneness, it's a challenging job in any relationship, be it mundane or be it spiritual. There are always some challenges. See, why most love marriages fail? This is the main reason. In the beginning, you are easily surrendering to the other person. very easy. But then day-to-day experiences will it will make you more protective and say, okay, and once you become protective in relationship, the distance increases between two hearts. And that creates problem. And as this distance widens, the love that used to be there in the beginning slowly fades. Why do I trust Master? Why should I trust? What makes a person trust a guru? We don't know the person in front anyway. Many of us have started meditation even without meeting the Master. And we say, without meeting the Master, how am I going to surrender? But magical thing happens in heartfulness, that very process that is given by the Master and the pranahuti that descends with his grace makes us feel, makes us change our certain inner environment, which we are able to feel and say, yes, I feel good when I sit for the meditation offered by this Master. And slowly our thankfulness, trust, gratitude, all these things begin to come up to our heart. Sometimes again, even though there is such a dynamic relationship with the process and myself, and you happen to come to Kanha to see Kanha and be with the Master, what happens, I have seen during my Abhyas times, often Abhyasis used to get very upset with Chariji because they come all the way from the north or from far off distances. And when you cannot see the Master, though you have experienced very good conditions during meditations, this lack of meeting Master frustrates you and you end up spoiling your conditions, you see. So, and as the mission is also growing at a rapid state and numbers of abhyasis are also growing so much, we have to now more and more rely upon of our own heart, that what really happens when I meditate in the spiritual proximity of the Master rather than the physical proximity of the Master. And this changes as we experience more and more. We're able to love more. And loving someone without any guards, without any constraints, makes you surrender. In that state, there is no ego. You simply say, okay, let thy will be done. I have experienced so many things now, nothing can go wrong by trusting such a guide. Surrender can happen even when you are on the first chakra or the outermost circle. These circles which are there are not taken up one after the other. It can simply happen, just like merger can happen. Many people think that merger will happen when I am in the center or on the 13th chakra. But it can start happening right from the very beginning itself. Incremental levels of merger can start. Some people think that when I'm receiving transmission on the heart or in the heart, Master's work is happening only in the heart. No, that is not accurate. Though he works primarily on the heart, but the work happens at multiple other dimensions, other chakras, other regions at the same time. Our role, our duty is to gently have our attention towards the heart. If by chance you begin to feel some vibrations at certain chakra, make a note of it, but gently remind yourself that I am meditating on the presence of divine light in my heart. So this is actually the mechanics of the surrender and becoming void ourselves. Thank you, Kharagpur.
Yes. Daaji, our next question is from Patna.
No, before you ask me that question, I see BMA Kolkata. See that center with
Yes,
few
Daaji.
hundred of there are few hundred abhyasis, close to 1,000 plus. And you see how many are present at the moment? है ना, शर्म आता है, इतना बड़ा सेंटर है और इतने ही लोग वहां बैठे हैं, और बाद में आप पूछते हो कि सरेंडर क्यों नहीं होते हैं हम, शरणागति क्यों नहीं होती है, हमारा प्रोग्रेस क्यों नहीं होता है। अरे भाई, कोलकाता में बीएमए सेंटर इतना दूर है, इसलिए हम जाते नहीं। अब तो दाजी ने बोल दिया ना, घर बैठ के भी आप देख सकते हो। आप कैसे आगे बढ़ोगे? ये बहुत दुख की बात है। कोलकाता इज वन ऑफ द ओल्डेस्ट सेंटर इन द नॉर्थ ईस्ट, फिर भी तो बेहतर है। अभी बिहार अच्छा है, अपना उड़ीसा अच्छा है, वहां से इफ यू सी द मैक्सिमम पार्टिसिपेशंस, बट कोलकाता एक शर्म की बात है। तो उनको एक प्रश्न है, आप आते क्यों नहीं है आश्रम पे? लेकिन ये यही समस्या है, जो आ गए हैं उनको मैं बोल रहा हूँ, है ना। ये भी मुसीबत है, जो नहीं है वो तो कहीं और होएंगे। ऐसे हम हमारे प्रिसेप्टर लोग हैं ना, संडे सत्संग में बोलते रहते हैं, हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट इट इज टू हैव संडे सत्संग। अरे भाई, जो आए हैं वो तो जानते हैं, जो नहीं आते उनको कैसे सुनाओगे आप? तो बोलना सब बेकार हो जाता है। But thanks to Zoom calls, I am sure some of these Calcutta gang members of Calcutta, those who are participating from distances, I am sure Babuji will also attend you. Long distance merger. What do you say, Pragya, to that long distance merger?
We should be very worried, Daji, about that. We should be extremely uh, thinking deeply that how can we really tune in, because that is very
ये
scary.
तो बहुत दुख की बात है। एनीवे, और चलो आगे, पटना।
प्रणाम दाजी। एक सवाल दाजी बार बार जो आता है कि एज ए ह्यूमन बीइंग बहुत सारी इच्छाओं से हम हमेशा घिरे रहते हैं, और इट इज मेंशन इन आवर प्रेयर कि हम सब अपनी इच्छाओं के गुलाम हैं। जैसे एक इच्छा पूरी होती है दूसरी इच्छा उठ जाती है, और जब इन इच्छाओं को रोकने की या फिर दबाने की कोशिश करते हैं तो अंदर से एंगर आता है, डिससेटिस्फैक्शन होने लगता है, चिड़चिड़ाहट होने लगती है। ये सब जानते हुए भी कि हम इसके गुलाम हैं, इसको कैसे इच्छाओं को कैसे रोके कि वो डिससेटिस्फैक्शन भी ना हो और हमारी इच्छाएं भी आनी बंद हो जाए।
ये इच्छाएं तो रहेगी ही बहन, उसका अंत नहीं आने वाला है। एक एक समय आएगा जब आएगा कि इच्छाएं बंद हो जाएगी, लेकिन जब तक इच्छा है उसको इतना ही समझना है अपन को कि ये मेरी आध्यात्मिक प्रगति में रुकावट ला सकता है। बस इतना ही समझना है। इच्छा आ गई, ठीक है, इतना समझ लो कि वो मेरी उन्नति के लिए अच्छा नहीं है। बस इतना ही है। खुद से मत लड़ो, कोई फायदा नहीं होगा। कई लोग बोलते हैं क्या हम इच्छा नहीं कर सकते हैं? हाँ, करो इच्छा, लेकिन इतना समझ लो कि मेरी उन्नति में ये बाधक है, बस।
जी दाजी। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन दाजी आईआईटी भुवनेश्वर से है, वो देव जॉइंड अस एज वेल। तो देयर इज अ स्टूडेंट फ्रॉम आईआईटी बीबीएस, ही हैज अ क्वेश्चन फॉर यू।
Pranam Daji. My question, I am Ved, BTech in Electronics first year student from IIT Bhubaneswar. My question was, in many situations, when something unexpected or unfavorable happens, we tend to connect it to some unrelated event from earlier in the day, even if there is no real link between those two. For example, if I didn't perform well in the answering a question, I might blame it on experiencing a bad omen or some unsettling feeling inside me. How can we cultivate a mindset to avoid such thoughts and maintain clarity and peace within ourselves?
Well, it is human to deviate the blame to something. It may be really genuine excuse, or we try to find something to justify for going wrong. In such situation, what has helped me the most is to connect myself with the master. And when I'm in connection, is some sort of a, not just ordinary connection, but you sit peacefully and very deeply get absorbed in his remembrance. That very act will open up a new level of understanding. And you will stop blaming mundane things, innocent things. Because now you are capable of seeing what is real. So you have to just slow down yourself and connect with the master. और क्या जी प्रज्ञा?
दाजी एक प्रोफेसर हैं वहीं आईआईटी बीबीएस में, डॉक्टर देबशीष साहा, ही इज एन असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर. He also had quite a few questions. So if you can go ahead and ask one of your questions, it'll be great.
Thank you. Pranam Daji.
Pranam Devashish.
So we often hear about mystical power or mystical phenomena in spirituality. So my question is that do this mystical phenomena obey the physical laws of nature, or it can transcend, or it can go beyond the physical laws of nature?
Mystical can be both. For example, in the life of Pujya Laluji Maharaj, whenever he was in the court and all of a sudden he will think of a coffee. Fatehgarh is a region where generally 99.99% people would be taking tea. But one afternoon he had an urge in his heart कि चलो आज कॉफी हो जाए तो अच्छा है. So, believe it or not, one of the Abhyasis in Fatehgarh took a coffee pot to the court and served him. How can such intuition in an Abhyasi happen? Did it follow the normal rules of, sending a SMS and say, please send me some coffee? Or did it fall from the sky? It has to follow the physical laws. Someone has to make it and bring it. This is one aspect of mystical happening, where someone actually gets the intuition. Another part of intuition is a mystical experience is that, the very next moment something may happen and you become aware of it. So the very act of getting mystical experience, it's spiritual. But when it manifests in the physical world, it has to follow the physical laws. Intuition does not follow the physical laws. But the manifestation of those uh, or actualizing that intuition has to follow the physical laws. But there are other situations which I am reminded of where Lalaji was able to be present in two locations at the same time. Where one Abhyasi says, "Oh, Lalaji visited me at 10 o'clock in the morning." Another fellow also says, he came to my home and we had tea together at 10 o'clock in the morning. Now, these are, I would not call them as mystical experiences, but they are really, I would say, more real than the reality that we see. And that too follows the physical principle, but we don't understand how it happens, so we call it mystical, mysterious. But all experiences must follow. The manifestation of those experiences must follow the physical laws. But how they happen, they're beyond us, so we call them mysterious. And so the name is given mystical.
Very interesting.
Thank you. Thank you, Devoshish.
Yes, Daji, these were all the questions we had for today's session, Daji.
Mm. Thank you. Thank you. And well, I'm talking of Lalaji's ability to manifest in two different locations or many. When we read this Purana, especially Bhagavad Puran, and see the description of Lord Krishna with each gopi, people make various sorts of comments about Lord Krishna and gopis. They make it more romantic. But they did not have such romantic relationships because most gopis were married or much older than Lord Krishna himself. You see, at around the age of 10 or 11, he had to leave Vraj for Mathura. And can you imagine a boy of 10 or 11 busy with romance with gopis? No. But his ability from the very early childhood was so uh, melting away. Moment you look at him, your heart simply melts. He was full of love, full of mischiefs. So everybody loved him. Not in a very human way, because many things he did were superhuman. And all these gopikas who were in real love, admiring him, they felt his presence all the time. Now, how am I going to say that we have almost 100 Zoom calls at the moment? Right? 100 cameras are focusing on this. Everyone can say that, oh, I felt the transmission. You can put a photograph of Babuji in front of you and say, oh, all these 100 centers were able to experience Babuji's presence. It is the love that brings the presence, spiritual presence of the Master. And in order to describe that spiritual presence, Puranas, they express as if he was physically present. He may have been there, may not have been there, but to manifest like that, the credit goes to Gopikas, not to Krishna. It was their love that attracted his presence. It is not the capacity of the master to manifest. It is the ability of the Abhyasis to invoke his presence.
That's incredible.
It's like this.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's like the sun. It is like the sunlight. You see, and you keep all your windows and doors closed. How can it enter? Sun is always there. Krishna is everywhere. Open the windows means open your heart. And when you are inviting infinity, imagine the level of opening you require of your heart. थोड़ा खोलेंगे दिल, ऐसा नहीं है कि थोड़ा थोड़ा कृष्ण आएगा. भूल जाओ, पूरा खोलना पड़ेगा. No resistance, total surrender. So we come back to the same thing, absolute surrender, without any inhibition, without any constraint. मुगले आजम का गाना याद रखना हमेशा. प्यार किया तो डरना क्या. तो ईश्वर से यदि प्यार किया है तो डरो मत, चुप चुप के आगे बढ़ो, without any restraints. मोमेंट थोड़ा प्रोटेक्टिव आइडियाज हो जाता है तो बस, even before you complete your thought or your feelings that let me protect myself, gaya, transmission will stop. And along with that, your growth will also stop. So Calcutta Abhyasis, रुक रुक के संभलना मत कि पीछे क्या हो रहा है, आगे क्या हो रहा है. जंप लगाओ, बेशर्म बनो. तो थोड़ा अब आप ध्यान करो. Who will give the sitting? चलो, I'll start the sitting here.
Sure, Daji.
And Pragya, as usual, you will end the sitting in 30 minutes. Okay.
Yes, Daji.
Thank you. Thanks for seeing everyone here. And I hope we meet again. And all the centers will participate, with more strength. बोलते हैं, I hear 3,000 अभ्यासी यहाँ शुरू किया, 5,000 इधर शुरू किया. लेकिन यह टोटल जो एग्जिस्टिंग कितने हैं, 500 भी नहीं है. तो ये स्टैटिस्टिक्स जब बताते हैं मुझे हंसी आती है.
Daji, we'll make sure the message you've shared on that, we cut a YouTube sort of short out of it and make sure it travels
अरे
far
ये
and
सब
wide.
मेरे को बेवकूफ बनाते हैं ऐसे. Okay, so we start meditation.